I
And
swear it's like
then,
counterproductive. Sometimes
yep,
when you're trying to pack, like I've done it where I've almost got dizzy and like passed out. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to start my dive where I'm about to pass out. Like,
right.
yeah,
And that's usually due to the flexibility limit, so the more flexible you become outward, the more those feelings of dizziness, will go away, because after a certain amount of packs. But just as a little asterisk here, if you haven't done packing with an instructor intimately, that is definitely something that's necessary. You don't want to give yourself an embolism by accident because you don't know what you're doing. Um, so if anybody listening is like, "Oh, packing, I should try that."
not to get sidetracked, but about the packing, but tell her like, why would you
Yeah.
pack? What is the benefit of packing when you're going deeper than X amount, or you know what I mean?
Hmm. Right. So our lungs, have so much air that they can take, and then that air compresses on a dive, as we all know. So as you get deeper, that space is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. What packing allows us to do is it really gives us more time before hitting our residual volume on a dive, which is essentially like if you were to do a full exhale, get as much of the air out as you can. That would be our residual volume, right? And at some point on the dive, you'll reach that point with your lungs, like if you were to have done a full exhale. So the more time you can put between leaving the surface and getting to a certain depth before hitting residual volume, the more advantage you have. You'll be able to get a little bit farther with the amount of air that you have. So that's the real advantage of it. And it really doesn't become necessary for the most part. Most people I've talked to, it doesn't really even become necessary until you start diving past 50 meters, even potentially 60 or 70 meters.